In this mini lesson, we'll be solving system of equations by elimination. Remember, there's three ways to solve your system of equations. You can use graphing, you can use elimination, and you can use substitution. So our two equations are in standard form, and in this case, we do not have additive inverses this time. We don't have opposites. So for 3x, we don't have a negative 3x where we can just easily combine to get 0. For 2y, we don't have a negative 2y where we can combine to get 0. And we don't have, for 6y, we don't have a negative 6y where we can get 0. So what we have to do is actually go ahead and create an additive inverse or an opposite so that we can get rid of either the x or the y terms first. So in this case, we'll solve for the y terms, so we will eliminate the x terms first. So the first thing that you must be able to do is know your least common multiple between 3 and 6. So remember your multiples of 3. Your multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and so on and so on. And then your multiples of 6 are 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, and so on and so on. So between those two lists of multiples of 3 and 6, you need to identify what is the least common multiple, because they have many multiples in common. But what is the smallest multiple that they have in common? Well, the smallest multiple that they have in common is 6. So that means that we must get a positive 6x and a negative 6x to solve for y, because we want to eliminate the x's. So let's go about, and the way that we need to do this is we have to change this 3x right here. This 3x, we're going to change that to a negative 6x. We're going to have to change that to a negative 6x, and there's a process of doing that, and that process would be to multiply. We got to multiply that 3x times some term, some number, to get a negative 6x. All right, so I'm going to put parentheses or grouping symbols around all of the terms, because whatever we do to that 3x, whatever we multiply that 3x by, we have to multiply the other terms by. So this 3x has to be multiplied times, what number would you multiply 3 times to get a negative 6? If you said a negative 2, you would be correct. So now we have to distribute that negative 2 to 3x. We have to distribute that negative 2 to 2y. And we have to distribute that negative 2 to 9. So now we're going to do that now. And let's see. Negative 2 times 3x is a negative. What we wanted a negative 6x. So let's see if we can put it here. Negative 6x. Negative 2 times a negative, well, negative 2 times a positive 2y is now a negative 4y. And then a negative 2 times 9, negative 2 times 9 is a negative 18. All right, so with the second equation, we do not have to change anything. We leave it as it is, and we just go down, write it below, so we can combine now. So we have 6x plus 6y is equal to 6. So now we're just going to either add or subtract. And since I have a negative 6x on the top, I'm just going to add it to a positive 6x. And this is where I'm going to get my eliminated x's from. So here we go. Here we got a negative 6x plus 6x. This is now eliminated. A negative 4y plus 6y. It's going to give us a positive 2y. And a negative 18 minus 6. It's going to give us a negative 12. All right, so the next step is just like with all your one-step equations. When you're multiplying 2 times y, you have to use the inverse property. the multiplicative inverse property and divide both sides by 2. That's right, 2. So when you divide by 2, your answer comes out to be y is equal to a negative 6. All right, so in your ordered pair, you would have y is a negative 6. Remember, the y's are the second number in the ordered pair. Okay, now we have to go back and find x. When you go back, you can take any one of the two equations to solve for x. Let's take the second equation this time. 6x plus 6y equals 6. And we're going to actually substitute. That means to put in place of. We're going to substitute negative 6 in for y. So now let's do that now. We have 6x plus 6y is equal to 6. So here we go. 6x plus 6 times negative 6, because y is equal to a negative 6. And that will be equal to 6. Okay, now, once we solve this, we'll have our x. Using the order operations, we can only do 6 times negative 6 first. So what's 6 times a negative 6? Did you say a negative 36? That would be correct. And bring your 6x down. 6x minus 36 is equal to 6. Now we have to add 36 to both sides of the equation because we want to eliminate the 36. Well, this minus 36 we want to eliminate. So we're adding 36 to minus 36, and we added 36 to 6. And now we have eliminated the minus 36, and we can bring down our 6x. 6x is equal to 42. And the next step is to divide both sides by, you got it, you divide both sides by 6. So now we have x is equal to 42 divided by 6, which is 7. So what is the y? X is 7. What is our y? Our y is a negative 6. So our solution to this system of equation is 7. X is 7 and y is negative 6. Let's go to the actual graphing and see if that's what we got when we graph these two equations. So let's check it and see here. And when we go to the graph, the 2 points is 3x. Well, the two equations is 3x plus 2y equals 9. And 6x plus 6y equals 6. This is graph. So let's take the point A and go to where these two lines intersect. And let's do that now. We'll zoom in maybe some a little bit so everybody can hopefully see. We can see that they cross right here at this point, but we'll move the point down. We'll move our point A down to there to see exactly where that is. All right, so let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and move this, and we can watch over here on the side our ordered pair. So boom, this is our points. And if we go up to the screen here, we have 7, negative 6. I'm going to erase the B here because we don't need the B. We don't have point B. And 7, negative 6 is where these 2 points actually meet at. I erased B, but obviously I erased the line also. So this is the point that they met at. And this is looking at it when we are graphing, when it's being graphed, and when we use elimination. Okay? All right. So I'll have some practice for you to do with these. Check the next video. We want to do some substitution along with more graphing to check our answers on this. Leave a comment, subscribe, like.